Hi everyone. This video is going to demonstrate a number of solutions to slope-intercept line equation problems. All of the equations that we write for these particular problems are going to be in the form of y is equal to mx plus b, where m is our slope and b is our y-intercept. The first problem gives us these values directly. Our slope is -1 and our y-intercept is -1. So we're going to take our general form, y is equal to mx plus b. We know that our slope is m and our y-intercept is b. So we're just going to plug those values in directly, and we are going to get y is equal to -1 x plus -1, which reduces to y is equal to -x minus 1. Our next problem gives us a graph, and we're going to interpret the graph to come up with, once again, a line equation in the form y is equal to mx plus b. We're going to pick 2 points on this graph, and I'm going to pick a point here and a point here. And we need to find 2 values to do this. We need to find our m value, which is our slope, and our b value, which is our y-intercept. And for our slope, we can draw our usual triangle that we have between our 2 points, and our rise is -2, moving from left to right, because we always interpret slope as moving from left to right on the graph. Our rise is -2, our run is +1, and we know that our slope m is equal to our rise over the run, which is equal to -2 divided by +1 is equal to -2. So now we have our m value, which is -2, and we can interpret our y-intercept right from the graph here. The y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis, which is right there, and we can see that this is going to be -1, -2, -3, so our b is equal to -3. Now we have both of our values. We can plug those directly into our general form, and this becomes y is equal to -2x minus 3. If we take a look at our third problem here, they're giving us a point that the line passes through. And we remember that this is always written in some form x1, y1, and they're giving us the slope value directly. And we know that slope is equal to m. So we're looking to write our equation y is equal to mx plus b. We can drop our slope in there directly, and we have y is equal to -1/5 x plus b. But we know that our b is written as 0b. That's where the line crosses the y-axis. But we can find this by solving our equation. We know that if we're given some point, that we can use our y value and our x value, and we can plug those in. So if our y value is -4, we can plug y is equal to -4, -1/5, and our x value is 5, plus b. We know that all the points on the line satisfy the equation. Y is equal to mx plus b, so we can just solve this out. Minus 4 is equal to, the 5's cancel, and we're left with minus 1 plus b. Now we're going to solve for b, and we do that, we get b by itself. We're going to add 1 to both sides, and we get b is equal to minus 3. Now we have our slope value that's been given to us, and we have just found our b value, and we can rewrite this. Y is equal to minus 1/5 x minus 3. Number 4 is giving us 2 separate points, and we need to determine our line equation, which is y is equal to mx plus b, and we need to find m and b, but neither one is given to us. We do know that we can calculate slope from 2 different points, so I am going to pick some p1 as being this point here, and p2 as being this point here, and I know that this is going to be x1, and negative 2 is going to be y1, and 4 is going to be my x2, and 5 is going to be my y2. M is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. I'm just going to substitute those values in, and I have y2 is equal to 5 minus, I put my parentheses there, y1 is going to be minus 2. I'm not going to do anything with it just yet. My x2 value is going to be 4, and my x1 value is going to be 0. And when I simplify this, I get 5 plus 2 is equal to 7, over 4 minus 0 is equal to 4. So our slope is equal to 7/4. So we can fill this value in. We don't know what our b value is, but we can solve this in the same way that we did before. We're going to take either one of our points and plug those into our equation with our slope. So we start out with y is equal to 7/4 x plus b. And I'm going to try to pick an easy point that I can use, and 0 always makes things nice and easy, so I'm going to choose p1, and I'm going to plug that value in. My y1 value is going to be minus 2. My x value is 0 plus b, but this term here, in fact I'll use a different color, this cancels out, this goes to 0. So my b is equal to minus 2. Now I can just plug those values in. B is equal to minus 2 here, and I'm going to rewrite my original equation. Y is equal to 7/4 x minus 2. Number 5 is asking us to write the slope-intercept form of this particular equation. And when we do this, once again, I'm just going to write this down. Y is equal to mx plus b. We see in this form, all we're really doing is looking to get y by itself. And that needs to be in terms of one x coefficient and a constant. So what we're going to wind up doing is just solving this equation for y, and we're going to use our equation solving techniques for that. Minus 12y, I'm just going to rewrite this, minus 36 is equal to minus 15x. So to get y by itself, I'm going to add 36 to both sides. I'm going to get minus 12y is equal to minus 15x plus 36. I still need to get y by itself, so I'm going to divide both sides by minus 12. And that means I have to divide everything on this side by minus 12. I can rewrite this now, which I'll write up here as y is equal to minus 15x over 12 plus, over minus 12, sorry about that, plus 36 divided by minus 12. And now I'm just going to reduce this, and I can divide both top and bottom of the slope value by 3, and I get 5 over 4. And I can do the same thing here. This reduces to minus 3. So what I wind up getting is y is equal to 5 over 4x minus 3. Our last two problems are graphing problems, and the first one here is already in slope-intercept form, so we know that we can graph this by finding our y-intercept, which is going to be 4, this is b, and this occurs at the point 0, 4, which is right here. And I know that I have a slope of minus 8, so m is equal to minus 8, but we can always write that as minus 8 over 1. So my rise is going to be minus 8. So I'm going to go down 8 from my initial point, and I'm going to go over 1 from my initial point. Let's start with the rise first. So if I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I go over 1, I wind up right here. This becomes my second point. Now I can draw a straight line between those two points. And I put some arrows on the end, and that graphs that particular line. For number 7, we're giving an x-intercept and a y-intercept. Now, we know that any 2 points establish a line, but our x-intercept is always where this point exists on the x-axis. That's where it crosses. So we know that that's going to be at minus 4, 0. And our y-intercept is the point that the line crosses the y-axis. So we know that that's at 0, 5. So I'm going to draw one point at the x-intercept, which is minus 4, 0, which is right there. And my second point is going to be at 0, 5, which is going to be right there. I'm going to draw a straight line between those two. And that's the graph of this line. Thanks for watching.